Hello. Now, in a previous video, I went through what assets and resources were, and in this one, we're looking at how we can manage our assets. So, as discussed before, assets are basically any file, folder, or piece of work that you've created in PebblePad, and all your assets are stored in your asset store. And as default, when you go into your asset store and when you first start using PebblePad, there'll be nothing in there, and then slowly you start to create things and save evidence and upload bits and pieces, it will start to get larger and larger. And what it'll do is it'll put the thing you did last, or edited or uploaded, it will always put at the top. You see, order, modified, date, newest first, and then it will just get older and older and older. And as you can see, once you've been using PebblePad for a while, like myself, it becomes a very, very, very long list, and it becomes difficult to manage because one of the things PebblePad doesn't have is folders. So even though it operates very much a bit like your My Documents, say, on your computer, in that you've got the ability to create folders, and there's various things that you can do to help get around that. The biggest way is to use something called tags, and I'll be covering that at the end of this at the end of this screencast. So as it stands currently, I've got my modified date newest first, which quite likely it is that you're going to be looking for what it is that you last worked on. But there is a little arrow here, and if I click on that, sorry, it didn't quite work, you've got the ability to change. So change to oldest first, when it was created, title, by number of comments, feedback, shares, whether it's been shared to the web. So anyway, there's quite a lot of ways that you can filter and reorder them in a way that you might like. There is also a search bar at the top. You can just put in a keyword. So if you know what it's called that you've been that you're looking for, again you can search it by keyword, and that'll be great. But there's also an advanced search option. So if I click on the advanced search, you can filter by asset type. So again, if you wanted to search by, if you knew it was a what portfolios have I created, you can search by portfolios, or whether it's images, PDFs. One of the nice things about this as well is it's quite good going into the advanced search, because it will help you learn what all these different symbols mean, because of course it has them all listed. You've also got, going on from that, you can filter by ownership. So if you know it's something that's been shared with you, you can search for that, or whether it's been created by yourself. And then you've also got the ability to search for it based on its date and when it was created. Then right at the bottom, you've got the filter by tags. So I'll just show you how the tagging system works. So here I've got my asset store, and at the top I've got my Happy New Test. Now, if I click on the little eye on the right hand side for that, it will open up information about my Happy New Test. And down here I've got tags, and what I can do is I can add a tag for that. So I'm going to call it I'll call it add folder 1 is what I'm going to call it, and I'm going to add that tag. So my Happy New Test now has the tag folder 1. Now it might be that there's a few different things that are part of the Happy New Test, and there might be some evidence that went into this evidence photo here. I can click on the eye for that, and there's my bit of evidence, and I'm going to also tag that as there we go, folder 1. So I've now added the tag there as well. I'm just going to close that now because I don't need it open for my example. So if I now go back up to my advanced search, which is up here, and I can now filter by tags, and I'm going to filter by folder 1. There we go. So I'm just going to say search now, and there we go. Now I can just see everything that I've got in my asset star that I've tagged as folder 1. So when you start using PebblePad, if you do actually add tags, it means that for a particular project or something that you're working on, then once you've got a lot, using the tags will create the best equivalent of having folders as you can manage, but it's not something you have to use. I can just clear that by clicking the X, and again, look, I'm back seeing everything in my asset star with the newest on top. So there are the different ways that you can either search, find, or manage your assets as they build up. I would say that if you don't use PebblePad a lot, then it's probably quite easy to keep it as standard, newest first, and it doesn't take you that long to scroll and see what it is that you've got in there. Anyway, I hope you found that helpful, and thank you for watching and listening.